Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? All right. So, I'm just gonna be working and answering emails, working on my weekly email, and just doing some of my content creation for today, for the rest of the week. I'll be around. If you guys have a question, just let me know. Keep me posted. You know? How's everybody doing today? Let me know. At least give me a thumbs up or something. All right. First things first. Facebook etiquette. I don't know why, and nothing really gets under my skin except when people send me a friend request, I approve it, and then within 24 hours, they invite me to like 500 pages and groups. Yeah, I don't think that's really okay. But hey, to each his own. I guess I just don't have to like it. Someone added me, sent me a message, requested that I like 7 pages, and they're in like Australia or something. So, needless to say, I didn't approve any of the likes or the friend requests. But hey, that comes with the territory. Part of being a realtor is your phone number and like your contact information is just kind of out there, which is fine. That's how we hope to attract people to feel comfortable to approach us and to ask us questions, and of course reach out if they ever need anything. But with that comes just an onslaught of spam and people trying to sell you something to use their real estate services, their program to help realtors get more deals, and health insurance for realtors. I get at least 50 emails a day of just like ads because my email is just out there in the World Wide Web. So right now, at least on my agenda, as the title says, I am working on my weekly email. It goes out every Wednesday. If you're not on the list and you want to be on the list, shoot me a DM. I'll probably add some sort of link that you can just click and join it. But your question is, well, what do you talk about on your weekly email? I'll tell you. More often than not, I provide market updates. I scour the web for any articles that might be relevant, interesting, exciting. I only like sharing things that might be pertinent to my specific sphere, my general geographical area. But sometimes there's national articles that could be helpful. So articles about maybe a forecast for the real estate market, but also local and hyper local even articles. I am a big proponent for statistics and data. As you probably have heard me say on multiple captions, I'm a big data guy. So I use our local MLS statistics and generate charts and graphs based on data that we see, so we can maybe look at how that could affect you if you're currently a buyer or if you're currently a seller, because the market plays a big role in selling your home, how much you can sell your home for, the demand, and of course if you're a buyer, for what your process could look like, how long it could potentially take, how competitive or aggressive you'd have to be. These are all things that the data can kind of fuel and feed. What are we looking at? How does it affect me? How does it affect you? So those are the kind of things that I put in my market update weekly emails. But you'll also sometimes see like a cool house, or maybe a neighborhood that has inventory, a new construction neighborhood. I like to keep everyone posted on, relevant homes, because you never know if like, oh, here's this cool house, and that might spark a question like, oh, Andrew, I see there's this price range available over here that you posted. Is there anything like that over on my side of town? I'm in Denton County, but hey, Collin County, do they have anything like that house? That house is beautiful. So I like sharing, cool houses or cute houses, or homes that may provide opportunity for people that are looking. There's always someone looking, so I'm trying to help you. What else do I put in my weekly emails? I'll usually do an opinion or two, or my take on the market, or forecast, if you will. In addition to sharing those articles and the things I find online, because that's the one thing that's unique to me, is my opinion. So I'll share it every once in a while. Don't worry, you'll see it. Let me know where you're from, if you're not from the Dallas area, or if you are from the Dallas area. Be cool to see where you guys are at. And I'm just gonna keep working, but I'm available if you have any questions. The cool thing of being a realtor and a business owner and entrepreneur that focuses on social media marketing, or focusing on an online presence, is I'm here in front of my computer to answer questions. So why not go live and answer them live? And I know a bunch of people had questions about down payment and down payments, what they are, how much should I put down, how does that affect the process, or how much home I can buy, or what's the minimum I can put down, what are the different type of loan structures and their accompanying down payment. I plan to answer those in an IGTV video, but I'm happy to also answer those questions here in a live. So any questions you have, please feel free to ask. What else have I been working on? So as far as content creation and content, what's up, Jose? As far as like the content creation goes, I mean, in a perfect ideal situation, I can kind of create my content for the whole week at least, sometimes more. But more often than not, I'm posting things that are current and are happening to me that day or that cluster of time. So more often than not, I tend to have like an inventory of available posts and content, and then I can draw upon that for that specific day. Depending if nothing's happening or I don't have anything necessarily to share. But I try and again post relevant items. So often that just is something that happened that day or a statistic that I saw that day. A video that is funny because it's relevant that day. It's kind of crazy how fast memes come and go. Let's look here. I don't even know what to type. Most relevant memes now. Okay, by year, 2020. The Anakin Skywalker and Padme meme. Okay, I think I've seen a couple of those. I don't think I know some of these other ones. But thinking like Salt Bay, was that last year? 2 years ago? Time flies. He had like, I don't know, maybe a week or two of relevancy on the World Wide Web, but now he's a star, so it's pretty cool. But it just kind of shows like how fast relevant content can come and go, and like how the things that we share as realtors or as professionals, like how important it is to make sure that you're sharing current, up-to-date info, especially in real estate, because things can change so quickly. Like a matter of 1 week, the temperature of the market could change, and all of a sudden it's it shifts from a seller's market to a neutral market, or from a neutral to buyer. So it's super important to kind of pay attention to that and what's going on. So let's see here. Just kind of going through my email. We can run some statistics right now even. Let's take a look. Let me log in. So if you're not from around here, or you're newer to my page, my profile, whatever you want to call it, my Instagram, I work in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex and surrounding areas. So if you were looking at a map, you'll see Dallas, Fort Worth. Do I have to do it backwards? Dallas, Fort Worth, Denton in a triangle. And really everything within that triangle and kind of the surrounding areas is where I serve. Sorry to point at you. Pointing's rude. All right, let's go to the stats page here. So I am a licensed Texas agent, so I can serve all of Texas. But I do have a pocket full of professionals around the state that I prefer to send people to if they're looking outside of my area, because it's really important that you work with someone that's an expert in their area. And I feel like I'm an expert in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, but if you asked about Houston or Austin, I'm not going to be as familiar with their market, so I have realtors that I would send you to that, in my opinion, are great and could probably do a better job than me, because that's their market that they're working in every day. So yes, I can help you if you're looking somewhere else in Texas, West Texas, East Texas, South Texas. Just shoot me a DM, shoot me a message, and I can get you in touch with one of my preferred agents that I've kind of vetted and worked with in the past that I know will treat you with as much professionalism and respect and hard work as I will. So let's go here. Let's do year to date. So from January to August 11th. Let's do months of inventory first. We'll group it by month. And let's do residential homes. Generate. So this is going to be all residential single family homes. That's not going to include commercial. It's not going to include lots, acreage, multifamily, leases. It's only going to be properties with a single family home. And it's spinning here. There it goes. Okay. That's actually kind of wild. So this is definitely going in my my weekly email because this is pretty crazy. So months of inventory, if you're not aware, is how we gauge what kind of market we are in. It's kind of self-explanatory. It's the months of inventory we would have if each home, if we were to sell all the homes available. So with the current demand. So with using months of inventory, 1 to 3 months of inventory would indicate a strong seller's market. And then when you get into that 4, 5, 6 range, it's a neutral market, and anything 6 and above is going to indicate a stronger buyer's market where buyers have the leverage. So you can probably recall that most of 2020 and most of 2021 has been a super strong seller's market. I'm talking 1-2 months of inventory, and that's what I'm looking at right now. So on our MLS, I can pull data, pull stats, and so January, 2 months, February, 2 months, and March through June, 1 month of inventory. Super hot, just insane demand for homes, several offers, up to 20, 30, 40 offers on certain areas, certain homes. July, 2 months, and now August. Now, granted, we're 11 days into August, so this data could be somewhat skewed. August is at 7, so a jump from 2 to 7. That's pretty wild. Let's go from past 12 months, same data, just so we can kind of see here. Loading. Still loading. Still. Draper. Sponsored by Stanley. All right, here we go. So past 12 months, September to August. So I'm just gonna go down the line here. 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 7. So if you're looking at a chart or a graph, it's like 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 7. Pretty wild. Again, since it's only been 11 days in August, you kind of have to take that data with a grain of salt because the numbers aren't concrete yet. But, still that high of a jump does indicate some sort of shift, some sort of balance, some sort of migration towards a potential buyer's market. Let's look at the same past 12 months active listings generate. So after I look at months of inventory, which is sort of the first stat I'm going to look at, I then will go to I'm going to move to looking at things like active listings, things like days on market, because these also are going to help me kind of see what the temperature is of the market. You know, if the days on market starts to trend upwards, we can see that maybe the demand is lower, or maybe that there's more inventory, there's more sellers out there. If the number of listings starts to trend upward, same thing. It means that now there's more sellers, and the buyers have a little bit more leverage, control of the market. Okay, so active listings, this is by number of. So let's go last 12 months. Okay, here's what we're looking at. And this is actually the graph that I shared last week in my weekly email. September, and I'm just gonna round it to the nearest number, 24,000, 22,000, November of 2020, 20,000, December 17,000, now we're January 2021, 15K, February 14K, March 13, April 14K, May 15K, number of active listings in that month. June is 16K, July 19K, and now August we're already at 20K active listings. So that is from 13,000 at the lowest point. You can start to see it trend upward. 13,000, 14,000, 15, 16, July all the way up to 19,000 active listings. And then now August, again, we have to take August with a grain of salt because it's only been 11 days so far. We are looking at 20,000 active listings. So it does sort of coincide with the months of inventory data we're looking at, but this kind of helps us see more of the flow. And it shows that the listings are increasing. So less buyers, more buyers, less sellers, more sellers. Anyone? Bueller? Well, it definitely means more listings, so more sellers. That's why there's lots of factors that goes into that market shift. The number of homes for sale, the price of homes for sale, current interest rates, the overall economy, the overall real estate market as a whole. We saw cost of lumber affect the market. We saw, the lack of inventory. There's so many factors that go into it. That's why I try and attack it from different angles, so I can get the best picture of what's happening and what might be pertinent and relevant to my circle, because I'm trying to keep them informed and updated. So whether someone wants to buy, sell, if they want to refinance, if they're moving to the area, they're moving out. Most people are like, when's the best time to buy? When's the best time to sell? And so I try and keep everyone posted and informed so that they can make those informed decisions themselves. That's important to me. Okay, so now let's go to average. Let's do average days to sell. Let me market first, actually, which is pretty similar. So this one's kind of hard just because when you're looking at the whole Metroplex as a whole, you're going to have just different types of neighborhoods, and you're going to have, the school districts that pull in, people right and left no matter what the market is. You're going to have the slower areas. You're going to have rural areas where, probably only a sale here or there. So this data might not be as zeroed in on what we want to look at, but it's still kind of interesting to see maybe our market as a whole, what these numbers look like. September 2020, 51 days on market. 49 October, 47 November, 48, 51, 49, 43, 33, 28, 23, 22, currently at 21. So days on market is actually going down. Maybe that has to do with more buyers in the market. I wonder if I do days to sell. Let's see what that's looking like. Kind of the same thing, different numbers, but we're trending downward. So from 44 this month so far, we're at 19. So less days to sell. It's interesting. Even, looking at all those different types of neighborhoods, types of homes for sale on the market, even the slower areas, apparently we're trending downward. That's cool. I haven't looked at that one in a while. Let's look at expired listings. This is the previous 12 months. So looking at expired listings would mean, looking at homes that in the period of time that was agreed upon didn't sell. Now, why it didn't sell? It's a number of reasons, and I couldn't, begin to guess, what those could be. But typically, you're looking at maybe a home's location, a home's condition, or a home's price. Those are the three factors of why a home doesn't sell. So condition, location, price. It could be overpriced. The condition could be, not up to par with homes in the area. Or it could be the location, like right next to railroad tracks or airport or something. Those are the kind of things that would cause a home not to sell. We are looking here, September 2020, 14,000, 13K, 13K, 24K. In December of 2020, interesting. January, 12K, 11K, 12K, 10K, 10K, 11K, 11K, 12K. So it's sort of riding a wave. But I don't think I can pull too much from that trend as far as the data is concerned. Let's go to sales price average. This one's one of my favorites to look at. Okay, so again, this is the Metroplex as a whole. So you're including all types of different single family homes. Everything from some of those rural homes to hot neighborhoods, the school districts that are going to pull people in no matter what. But September of 2020, 344,000. And I'm just going to go down all the way to this. 352 in October, 350 November, 357, 344 January, 374K February, 383 March, 395 April, 412 May, 418 June, down in July of 2021, 408, and August 406. So these numbers kind of coincide more with what we were looking at with our first statistic of months of inventory. You can kind of see that the prices follow that trend from 344 to high of 418 in June down to 406 now. Again, I'll say it again. With August, we're only 11 days in, so these numbers could obviously change, but we can for sure look from May 412, June 418, July 408. So definitely a trend down from June to July. But that March, April, May, June with months of inventory was when we were seeing the one month of inventory. And then of course 7 in August. Kind of wild. Looking at the sales price average helps us gauge, where prices are moving. Is price being driven up by demand? Is it diving because of a lack of demand? Or is it dropping because of more inventory? Sellers are finding that they need to reduce prices to sell. Those are some of the ways I would look at these numbers. So this has been really helpful for me to put together my weekly email and my market update. I may even put together something for y'all for Instagram, as far as maybe some of these highlights of data, so that everyone can kind of look and digest. It's pretty interesting, but that's coming from Data Nerd, Mr. Data Nerd. It's been about 30 minutes. Let me look here. Anyone have any questions? All right. Well, I'm gonna sign off. Finish up some of these items. I do have some showings later. Prepare for those, but that's not till this evening, so I got some time. And so I will be back next week. If you'd like to be added to my weekly email, just shoot me a message. For now, I'll get a link in my link in bio. So if you'd like to join that way, next time it'll be a lot easier. But y'all have a good one. Thomas, I'm sorry you caught me at the very last second. But good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Y'all have a good one. Peace.